So recently, two people...
Dude, wait, is this about the lunchie? They're getting out of control with this shit. I understand branding and market shit, but dude, if I had a kid and I saw another kid with a lunchie, I would just beat the I would have my kid beat the shit out of the other kid for what, like they should all like don't enable this. Don't let this go this far. They doing way too much, man. They're just targeting a fucking 5 to 15-year-old demographic, dude. That's like OP. It's cheating. It's smart, but it's just scummy at the same time. How much money do you really, I mean, I don't know. Because it's America, there's capitalism. They're allowed to do it. It's just so goddamn scummy. It's because the audience they're targeting like children, dude, like kids, bro.
People who have had a lot of drama surrounding both their name and their brands have been Logan Paul and YouTube golden boy Mr. Beast. For Mr. Beast, we had the nightmare situation with his best friend Chris, and of course all the other allegations about him coming to light regarding faking videos, treating employees in potentially illegal ways, and overall his brand and reputation has taken a major hit. For Logan, he obviously opened the CoffeeZilla can of worms once again. There was yet another shady project that he was heavily involved in now being exposed, and his beverage brand Prime has been losing relevance for the last calendar year, as the hype bubble on the product has seemed to have burst, and on top of that they are now facing a class action
Yes,
lawsuit,
I love seeing Logan Paul fail. Dude, I hate Logan Paul so much. He's such a bitch, dude. Yes!
They were then sued by the Olympic Committee, as well as a company called
Logan Paul's an asshole.
Allegedly signed a multi-year bottling deal with Prime
really?
when their sales were soaring
Wait, Prime
high. The Prime allegedly...
Wait, is that true? Is Prime really banned from Canada?
They still sell it, but it's...
Then why would you say it's banned?
No, like they have, like, it is banned.
Then how are they still selling it? It was for a bit. Oh, okay, so you were right.
He tried to back out of at the last minute, likely due to underwhelming performance. Basically, when Prime signed the deal, there was no sign that the sales of the product would drop so much, so Prime then agreed to quotas that they would not be able to fulfill, leading them to potentially lose a lot of money on the deal. So Prime then goes to this company, allegedly, and now Refresco wants 60 million. And so I'm sure you're wondering at this point, well okay, what do Mr. Beast and Logan Paul have to do with each other? Well, for years they have seemed to have had a good...
Wait, they fucked over the distributor? So the distributor thought that they were going to be making way more money. They weren't. So I don't understand. How is that even legal? How is that even legal?
Good rapport. Logan has actually been one of the main focuses of several of Mr. Beast's competitions and videos, and Mr. Beast has been on Logan's podcast and featured in his content from time to time as well. Well, now Mr. Beast and Logan Paul are coming together to create their latest garbage product that they will peddle on their young, impressionable audience. So it all really started when Logan Paul tweeted out this a couple of days ago where he says, "Be there, Monday, 12 p.m. Eastern." Sharing this photo of him and his business partner KSI where he says that they're on to the next chapter. The next day, he would go on Instagram Live with Mr. Beast to announce their latest product.
Perhaps you are familiar with this product.
Oh my gosh.
Wow. Yeah. So, if you look closely, this product has a candy, an entree, and a drink.
Wait.
I think I'm starting to see where they're going here.
A drink?
A drink.
Some chocolate.
Yep, some chocolate.
And an entree.
And an entree.
I don't even want to say
chocolate. A drink. And an entree. And an entree.
Yeah.
Okay.
Thank you guys for laying that out for us 3 separate times.
This is the best audience though. That demographic is just the best one to target. But man, it's just so scummy.
This is something, we grew up eating. It's a thing.
It's a thing, but it's been around forever.
Yeah, we don't have to.
No, we don't got it.
Rizzler, what's your thoughts on it?
Show us what you think of this.
So as you guys can see there, they even recruited the Rizzler to give his opinion on Lunchables. I mean, in general, Lunchables are known for just being absolute when it comes to nutrition. The packaging apparently has a whole lot of lead in it, and it was actually a product that was built out of failure. Back in the 90s, they had all this mystery meat that they really did not know what to do with because no adult wanted to buy it anymore, and so they thought, what are we gonna do with all this? We're gonna have to close down these different manufacturing plants And that wasn't until someone had the genius idea of marketing it towards kids, giving them a little bit of autonomy, like, hey, I can make my little sandwich at lunch, package that with some good marketing and a good product design, and it was just an absolute hit. But that does not mean it's ever been considered something that's actually good for a kid to consume.
It's a Lunchable. You don't know what that is?
Oh my gosh.
Look, they're making like a Lunchable called a Lunchable.
Okay.
Perhaps you piece this together because we realized.
And they hire a fat,
We have a
obese
drink.
kid.
You want to hold it so it's easier to visualize?
Here it is. New hydration beverage.
I sell chocolate.
We thought we came,
God.
ladies and gentlemen. We'd like to introduce you to Lunchly.
Oh my gosh.
That kid has more clout on TikTok than
The
me.
fact that the stream is like
maybe
breaking
right now.
down, like it has around 10 pixels right now, is just actually
Oh, it's
so
not me.
prophetic that it hurts, because to me this whole idea was just entirely half-assed.
So wait, they're
like,
wait.
this is literally just like
The
them.
three biggest guys are on a laggy broadcast. There's just no way they stuck three of the biggest dudes on the internet on a stream and it lagged. Bro, my brain can't even comprehend that. My brain can't even fucking grasp that. There's no way they did. How did they do that? Did you see me trying to fix it? I thought it was my internet. They just had a laggy stream.
And so yeah, it's essentially a Feastables Prime collab. You got the Pizza Edition, which is a blatant rip-off of the Lunchables concept. You got the Turkey Stack'em, which is just like the classic Lunchable. And then you got
How
the
can they
Fiesta
not
Nacho.
sue
I'm
them
sure
for this?
Lunchable does this too, okay? There's all different types of Lunchables at this point. This guy,
They're about
Miles,
to.
claims that every middle school lunch is about to look like this. And if that's the truth, I just feel really sorry for these kids.
Right.
This guy, Jack Appleby, if that's even a real person, says every kid is gonna want these for school lunch. They're gonna make millions. Even this Logan Paul fan page came out to say, hey, for the record, you can eat Lunchly for dinner too. Like, I'm sorry, but if you were an adult or even a kid grabbing one of these for dinner, either you need a better parent or you as an adult need to develop some better decision-making skills. Here was KSI announcing the product on Twitter, and as you guys can see in the comments, the fans are not happy. They say, this is unhealthy for you
Collab
guys,
with
don't
Mr.
consume.
Beast.
A
Not
collab
a
with
good
Mr.
look.
Beast, not a good look. We will not be buying. This isn't lunch. None of this is lunch. You're poisoning these kids. You could literally market anything healthy or beneficial successfully. Do better. So here I am on the website, guys, just to see what it's all about.
Who's
Lunch,
getting
fun for lunch. There you have their 3 existing products, brought to you by creators that leave no crumbs. Delivering the dream, beyond basic lunch kits designed by today's internet icons. I mean,
Dude.
aren't these things literally the definition?
I just refuse to say this guy's an icon or this guy. I mean, I guess Mr. Beast is because how big he is. I'm just not using, like, Tupac as an icon or something. Like, there's no way Logan Paul is on that level. I mean, maybe he is. He might be. Mr. Beast for sure is. He's just so massive. But I'm saying, like, dude, there's just no way I can just use those words as an icon. But maybe they are. I mean, metrically, they might be.
Like, this literally looks like an off-brand Lunchable that you would see at the Dollar Tree. And I like how here they say, living the bite life. And it's just
I mean,
a
they
bunch
are
of
internet
random
icons.
photos of
They for
these
sure
guys
are.
that literally have nothing to do with the product. Like, to me, this whole project just looks incredibly half. But don't worry, guys, you're gonna be the life of the lunchroom when you whip this out your backpack.
Life of the
I mean,
lunchroom.
literally, guys, just
There's
look and
no
read how
way.
many chemicals are in this
This is
bullshit.
so
Now, the credit I will give to
crazy.
Mr. Beast here is that he does seem to have the cleanest product on this entire list. But obviously, chocolate is still not good for you, and this is still essentially just a box of sugar and carbs and empty protein. And so they say this is how they stack up against the competition, okay? This is them versus the leading brand, who is likely Lunchable. Lunchly is flavorful. The leading brand, standard. And here, once again, Prime flexes their electrolytes. Oh, they have bold packaging. The other guys, they're basic. Big gestures, okay? Mid-moments. Who the f came up with this? Now, here
Bro,
they
they're not
directly
crying
put
about
themselves
chocolate,
up against
dude.
Lunchables,
It's
which
just, bro, like 3 huge YouTubers are coming together to, like, basically pinpoint a 10-year-old audience. Dude, it's just a shitty ass weird look to me. I don't know. When they could be doing, they could target anything else, they could do anything else. Just targeting this audience is just, it's just, bro.
I mean, I'm not surprised that they did
Thank
this
you, Jay.
because in literally every single marketing campaign I've ever seen from Mr. Beast Feastables, he goes out of his way to try and shit on his lead competitor, Hershey's.
I was in a Feastables business meeting, and I realized tasting better than Hershey's wasn't so special. Doesn't everything taste better than Hershey's?
Honestly, I think Hershey's bars just taste like shit, to be honest. It's been here forever. They're kind of boring. They just have the shelf space and no one really competes with them. And I think it's time someone just comes in there and it's like, shut up, you boomers. Make new products and innovate or just get the fuck out of here. All the time, I just grab a Hershey's bar and anytime I see throw it at the wall. It's kind of a joke. Oh, that's so funny.
I'm going to buy a Hershey chocolate bar.
Which is horse shit.
Which is horse or a Feastable.
Great.
And the Hershey is going to go to what? What is that going to go to?
Some rich guy.
Some rich dude.
Yeah, that rich guy.
Yeah, dude.
Everyone.
To me, that kind of stuff always just makes your company look really immature.
You're gonna hit it?
Either way, they're marketing the same protein, less calories, more electrolytes, and less sugar per package. And it
I'm
looks
not
like
jealous,
that was their
bro. What do
main
you
focus
look,
for these three.
Dude, how am I jealous, bro? Their lives are going on no matter what.
But to me, these numbers are pretty minuscule, and I don't think that it's always the end-all be-all when it comes to nutrition. Like, if I'm a parent, I'm more concerned with what's actually going into this shit. I don't know, I just think it's ridiculous that in this country there's literally almost no restrictions on what they can feed the general public. This is stuff that's literally marketed towards kids, and it's all just a bunch of shit. Whether it's Lunchly or Lunchables, it's not good for you and it's a bunch of processed crap. You know, I understand, like, as a parent, it can be easy to just go grab the Lunchly, but God, you're doing your kid a serious disservice if you're feeding them this on a regular basis. And the thing is that Feastables is actually really popular. Unlike Logan Paul and Prime, their sales just continue to progress. And so I don't really get why he would want to attach his boat to a seemingly already sinking ship. And this is actually all coming only around a month after Mr. Beast would announce his toy line, Mr. Beast Toys.
In this ad, I'm going to tell you about the greatest toy on earth, Mr. Beast Lab Swarms. Can I drink this? Put it down.
Just mix them, shake them, and create your micro beast. There's over 100 swarms to collect.
Is this one rare? No. Is this one rare?
God, Carl
This one is the rarest of
Jacobs.
them all.
Carl Jacobs is the F word, dude. Straight up. I can't say it, but I mean, just, dude, the longer time goes on, the more I've just started to hate these guys. I used to like Mr. Beast too, which is really weird. It's weird for me to see myself turning on him. And I see his team and how he acts. He's really a top tier snake in the grass. He's probably Jewish.
Swarms, each sold separately.
Thanks, Jimmy. I'm going to keep this one. You can't. There's only 1,000. 999.
And obviously, Mr. Beast audience is primarily kids, so he's going to be making products like toys, candy, and now Lunchly, okay? It's all geared towards kids, which to me is kind of crazy given everything that's happened and transpired over the last couple of months with some of the decision making that he was making in regards to who he was hiring, who he was putting in charge of important
dude, the fact that this guy, how is he getting, he's not really getting away with this. He is slowing down metrically from this, but seriously though, how the f do you hire a no pedophile on your job as Mr. Beast? Wasn't it after he was already pretty popular too?
I mean, overall, it just makes this rollout look a little bit crazy to me. But if one thing is also clear, it's that Mr. Beast is likely not going to let anything stop him from pursuing his original plan before all this drama unfolded. And he's just gonna keep rolling with the punches.
Coming from
at
a
this
place
point,
of
I
jealousy.
think he's moved on. I really don't expect him to even make a statement about any of the dog pack videos, or go on video or go on a podcast and actually talk about the Chris situation either. All we're gonna get is this PR apology statement from his Twitter page, and even from a YouTube standpoint, he's just kept it moving. He's kept uploading videos as he normally would. Okay guys, so it is officially the next day, and I do have a couple of updates because this tweet right here from Dan TDM, it really pissed off the boys involved with this operation. So he says, "What happened to YouTubers, man? I can't not say anything anymore. This is selling stuff for the sake of making money. Simple. How does this benefit their fans? This is selling crap to kids who don't know better than to trust the people who are selling it to them. Do better." And obviously, I absolutely agree with his sentiment here. They're framing this oh, we're the healthier alternative.
That's basically about, I mean, to me, it's more just why do you need it? To me, it's more about the product. Can you stop targeting the 10-year-old audience? Can you just make a game for, teenagers or young adults or something? You targeting the 5 to 15-year-old, 5 to 12-year-old audience is just it just feels like that. This guy's got 30 million subs, dude. So, I mean, we're not the only people that feel this kind of way.
And so KSI responds first. I guess he thought this would be like a slam dunk, where he shares some of this guy Dan TDM's products, and it appears that they're all just pretty much toys or little figurines. I don't really get how this is relevant towards any sort of
how is that
argument he
relevant?
could be making, because these toys aren't going to ruin the health of the kids that he was likely promoting them to. And if he's just trying to on the product itself, saying it's like low grade, well, that's quite ironic because he sold the very same things. And so obviously people start to make the argument towards him that he's really just talking about the food and it being processed shit. And so he says, but he was talking about food, JJ. He was sponsored, then promoted, and made a whole video on Munch Pack, a monthly sub box full of food and candy to his Minecraft audience full of kids. Now what?
I mean,
yeah, he might have promoted this subscription service 9 years ago.
Oh,
keep
9
in mind,
years ago?
But that in no way equates to him heading this company and relentlessly promoting a product that he owns, that he's going to make the majority of the profit from, that is obviously not going to be good for anyone. Now here's where Logan comes around to respond to the same tweet where he says, I'll tell you what happened to YouTubers. We spent our life creating content and building our brands. Now we want to build businesses. You don't say anything when Lunchables faces bans for allegedly containing lead, but when we create a better version you're upset, then don't eat it. Honestly, I just find this to be another really lazy cop-out. Like, dude, no YouTuber is going to be mad at a fellow YouTuber for getting out there and expanding their business. But when you're doing it in this way that just looks so damn lazy, and obviously you're like peddling these products on kids, I think that some criticism there is absolutely fair. Not even to mention that I'm pretty sure they allegedly found some lead within some Prime. Okay, I think they've been sued a couple of times for it, but guess you don't want to say nothing about that. And even the virtuous Mr. Beast had to come through with his reply to this very same tweet, okay? It rubbed them really the wrong way. And he says Lunchables sells hundreds of millions of units and countless people eat it. Our goal is to give people a better for you alternative to it. Our turkey meal, for example, is 80 less calories. Wow, mind-blowing. That's such a big difference. 60% less sugar, more electrolytes. We use real cheese. They use cheese product. They can't call it cheese. Higher quality meat, etc. Obviously, eating fresh chicken and broccoli is healthier, but if someone is going to eat a pre-made meal like this, which millions of people do through Lunchables, then I think giving them a higher quality version at roughly the same price is a net good in my opinion, and why we launched Lunchly. Oh yeah, you know, you just did it out of the good of your heart. I'm sure it has nothing to do with the millions of potential dollars you could make. I mean, I won't lie, there's the one thing that I don't really like about Mr. Beast and his whole brand. I know that he has done a lot of good for this world, but that doesn't mean that every single...
He always be doing that. Oh, I'm doing, it's people are just catching on to us, like, and it even worked on me. Well, how can I be a bad guy if I'm doing this? Well, because you're profiting millions and millions of dollars from this, gaining millions and millions of subs. You're losing nothing, and there's no risk for you. It's just, I don't understand that, man.
They would also release this short video doing a direct comparison between Lunchly and Lunchables, and this is where you get some of that classic Mr. Beast marketing, which is pretty much just shitting on your opponent.
Lunchly versus Lunchables.
With Lunchly, you get double the amount of liquid.
Prime has no sugar added, more electrolytes, and more B vitamins.
Crunch Bar.
Whoa.
Feastables Crunch
Yeah!
Bar. If you look at this close up, you can already tell which one has better ingredients. All right, we'll start off with the Lunchables.
Bro, I'm sorry.
Yeah, who would have guessed they hate
now
them?
we're trying Lunchly.
I bet they're gonna love them.
We're not biased at all, but ours is way better. This is a Lunchly salsa right here. Look at the consistency, the texture. And this is Lunchables. Look, it's watery. I can't even look at that. With 400 milligrams of electrolytes, my God.
Dude, the fact that the child audience picked these guys to get popular. What a shit way to live life. I'm so glad I didn't grow up with these guys, man. We grew up with Dragon Ball Z, fucking dank shit, fucking Power Rangers, Barney, SpongeBob. Like, I can't imagine going to school and seeing Mr. Beast in a KSI and a Logan Paul brand Lunchable. I'd fucking shoot myself in the fucking head. They aren't even gonna be buying this. It's going to be their parents that they're like, these super young kids, not 15, 16, 17. We're talking like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Goo goo gaga, no hairlines formed, baby teeth. That's crazy, man.
For around $4. Super affordable. Go give it a try.
Yeah, personally, I would not be partaking. I might make a
Show
little
the
video
hairline?
just to compare
I
this
will.
to a Lunchable so I can collect some ad dollars. But yeah, guys, you really do have to start thinking about
It's fading
what
away,
you're
but I'm
putting
getting
into
a
your
hair
body.
transplant.
You know, I had to have that realization a couple years back. I was just eating
getting
like
hair
an
transplant
absolute
soon.
pig, ordering DoorDash all the fucking time, filling my body with all this different processed food and chemicals. And honestly, past like your physical appearance, when you're digesting all of that nonsense, it can straight up make you mentally unhealthy, okay? All that shit is going straight to your brain. It's what's literally fueling the machine that is your body. And just picture like if your body was a car, it'd be like dumping a
Damn,
bunch
that
of
was
used
bad.
nasty oil
How is
into
it that bad?
Like it's not going to make for a very efficient machine. But either way, I do want to know what you guys think about this down below. Will you be trying Lunchly? Personally,
Hell no. You try that shit, you're a